I spent 3 days fixing a complete Degen sleep schedule, going from sleeping at 9 a.m. to waking up at 9 a.m. And most importantly, I did it in a sustainable way. I've tried all-nighters to fix my schedule before, and if those work long-term, would either of us really be here? Even the times I've kept my improved sleep schedule after an all-nighter, it's only really been for a few weeks, and it's not a healthy thing to put your body through. Even if, like me, you're a night owl who feels most productive at 4 a.m., or also like me, you're a doom scroller who's on their phone until 6 a.m., society won't change for us, so we might as well adapt to society. Day 1 starts at 9 a.m. And yeah, that's not when I wake up, it's when I go to sleep. The most important part of this journey is that if you're like me and your sleep is terribly off, just trying to sleep earlier if you're not tired is not going to work. You need to figure out ways to make yourself tired earlier in the day. This starts with getting up earlier than you want to and not napping, and continues throughout the day with cardio, weightlifting, and a hot shower or bath before bed to tire yourself out. Finally, there are 2 massive lifestyle changes that you need to make. The first is to stop scrolling and turn off your screens. You aren't going to learn anything life-changing on Reddit at 1 a.m. You aren't going to swipe right on the love of your life at 3 a.m. And those Instagram posts and tweets will all still be there tomorrow. This is the hardest change to make by far because there's no shortcut or bargain or compromise you can make. Screen time and blue light is destructive to your sleep, and shutting everything off at least 1 hour before, but preferably even 2 hours before, is essential to getting better sleep. There's no 5 more minutes, there's no 1 more TikTok, and there's no screen time limit that you're gonna set and just as easily override. I'm not saying it's easy, it was actually pretty damn hard, but you just have to do it.
Okay, night 1. Stars are out tonight looking beautiful, and we're going to fix our sleep schedule starting right now. So it is currently around midnight. I'm aiming to be asleep by 2 or 2:30 a.m. today. This would be a huge improvement for me, believe it or not. In this challenge, I'm going to try to use scientifically validated and easily accessible tools to improve my schedule so that you can apply whatever I do to your own life, and hopefully it works for you as well. Hopefully it works for me, honestly. So one of the best supplements that people know about, melatonin. A lot of people advise not to take it too much, but there is pretty conclusive research that it's very helpful. So I'll be taking 5 mg melatonin. I will be taking vitamin D supplements in the morning, also very proven to help sleep duration. I don't have amino acid L-theanine on me, but that is also a very good supplement to take. Other people like to take magnesium and zinc. If it works for you, that's great, but there is still a lack of conclusive evidence on that, so I'm not going to be taking magnesium or zinc supplements for this challenge. Other sleep tools I'm using, obviously just a fan. The human body responds really well to cool temperatures when you're trying to fall asleep. Michael Jackson to watch over me while I sleep. This one might not go that well, guys.
Jokes aside, there is so much BS out there when it comes to sleep aids, and even random individual studies can have lots of bias or variance affecting the results. To find good answers, you need to look at reputable meta-analyses of strongly peer-reviewed research. For example, many people practice and preach sleep hygiene. Only sleep and have sex in your bed, nothing else, or in my case, just sleep. Anyways, the current scientific consensus on that is that it's completely ineffective, and the actual studies showing this were done by business journals, not sleep journals, to show why people should not work in bed because they want people to be more productive. Other people talk about eating massive meals in the morning so that your body knows, when to break its fast, when it should be awake based on its appetite. And this has been shown in genetically modified rats. The human studies are surprisingly less conclusive than you'd expect. That being said, it worked for me, so I did it throughout this challenge. But, it might not work for you, so don't be too alarmed if you're eating massive meals in the morning and you're not tired at night. Something to remember is that placebo is insanely effective when treating stuff like sleep and pain. So at the end of the day, as long as you're not harming yourself, doing what works for you is never going to be bad.
Okay, really quickly before I forget, I know I said I was keeping it accessible and easy to replicate at home, but I am using an Oura Ring, which is a kind of expensive consumer sleep tracker. It's much better than all the other wearables in terms of tracking your sleep, validated against the PSG sleep test, which is the gold standard for sleep tracking tests. This sounds a lot like an ad. I shouldn't really be doing this for free. I heard Jeffrey Epstein, he might have been wearing an Oura Ring, and look what he did. So maybe don't buy them, or maybe it balances out. This is not an ad, and also don't sue me, Oura, please. Thanks. Yeah, so night 1 finished. It's about 10:30 a.m. I got a decent 7 hours. It sounds alright, honestly. I still feel pretty bad because I think a overall I'm operating in a sleep debt. My body wants to recover more sleep, and I have to make sure that I am awake and out and about, and it's really important that I do not go back to bed and I just feel like a zombie all day, and then it'll be easier for me to sleep even earlier tonight.
Okay, this leads to the second big lifestyle change I was talking about earlier in the video. The first one being cut out all screens before bed. Super proven and essential. And while not napping is important, even bigger, the most important thing in regulating your sleep-wake cycle is getting some
sunlight. Sunlight is like the most important thing you can do for natural melatonin production. It's how you regulate your sleep phase. Like the suprachiasmatic nucleus sees that you've taken in the sun, and it's like, okay, 14 hours from now it's nighttime and you're gonna go to sleep, right? Basically, this can't be replaced. 15 to 30 minutes on a cloudier day like today, sun's a bit blocked out, maybe we do 45 minutes in the sun, but again, like looking at it through a window is really not the same. You got to be outside, get sunlight. I took vitamin D supplements as well for sleep quality and duration, but there's nothing that compares to being in the sun for helping your body set like a natural clock. Night 2, and we have already hit our first big setback. There was an amazing NBA Finals game on, and I watched it, and now it's almost midnight and I'm not sleeping. And the stress of not sleeping might make it harder for me to sleep, but hopefully we'll be fine. Just took a hot shower, gonna calm down now. About to take my melatonin for the day, and yeah, getting to bed really soon. So it's going to be closer to last night's sleep time than I had hoped. Hopefully I can scale it back 15 minutes. Yesterday I was asleep around 1:45 a.m. Today maybe 1:30 a.m., maybe a bit earlier, but I gotta go lights out for the night pretty much now, as soon as possible. So I'm gonna go read, take my melatonin. Wish me luck. Here we are, day 3. Unfortunately, the sleep timer is very similar to what it was yesterday, pretty much identical, but I'm not gonna let that get us down. We're gonna go out for a walk, get sun, get some exercise later, and we'll sleep better tonight. What a nice day. Yo, originally I thought it was gonna take me like 1 week to go from sleeping at 9 a.m. to waking up at 9 a.m. But I'm feeling pretty tired after working out, not napping during the day, and getting lots of sunlight. So we're gonna go for it today. It's 10 p.m. Gonna go lights off, and I'm going to try to fall asleep by midnight and wake up at 9 a.m. tomorrow. Should be good. Wish me luck, guys, honestly. Got Buzz and Woody cheering me on back there. Think they're banned in Saudi Arabia because they're gay for each other or something. Don't really know, but love is love, and good night, guys. Believe it or not, it worked. I actually fell asleep before midnight and got up 9 a.m. feeling better than I have in the past few days. Gonna keep it up. Gonna keep trying. I guess I have to fall asleep before midnight. I mean, that sounds so early to me, but the feeling that I have right now is good. I feel like alert. Better than I did after the past few sleeps. And yeah, gonna also keep going through the motions, because you have to maintain it. You can't just wake up at 9 a.m. one day and then say your sleep schedule's fixed. So it's gonna be a few days of get out in the sun, run, lift weights, repeat. Get out in the sun, run, lift weights, repeat. Get out in the sun, run, lift weights, repeat. And yeah, getting my lights off at 10 again. Sounds so early. It's so weird. All my friends were making fun of me and saying they don't know who I am when I'm like, yeah, I'm going to bed at 10. I'm turning my lights off. I'm going to read and then end up sleeping at like midnight, but still, it feels kind of good. I'm still kind of drowsy in the mornings. I think my body's in shock. Like, what is happening? Why are we sleeping and waking up at these times? But it's going well. And yeah, hopefully it stays consistent.
Now this was a rough sleep, because all night I was having nightmares about my starving children, and while I cannot prove that these kids are real or hungry, please like and subscribe so I can feed them. Thank you.
Huge temptations to stay in bed. Despite getting decent sleep, and I actually feel less tired than ever when I wake up, it's still just like something latent in me just wants to lie there and I gotta like consciously force myself to get out of bed. So it's not easy, but it's still going well. I'm getting to bed at a really good time, so I don't feel as tired as I did on days 1 through 3. Every day I feel less tired, actually. Just catching up slowly on lost sleep and getting pretty good 7.5-ish hours.
Overall, this challenge was transformative to me. I felt so much more control over my day now that I'm not tired and I don't need to nap. Like, now I can do stuff early in the morning that physically before, like if you asked me to come hang out in the morning, I just could not be there. I couldn't. Now I can stay up later if I need to, watch an NBA game, or I can wake up early in the morning and go hang out with some friends.
Yeah, it is like 6 a.m. right now, and I'm able to be at the gym. I'm going for like a special workout with a friend, and this is not something I would have been able to do like 1 week ago. Like physically, I would have been unable to come out and see people and do stuff at 6 a.m. So this is like really drastic lifestyle change that I've made in like under a week to be able to come do stuff like this.
Yeah, 30 minutes into this training, I was convulsing, trying my hardest to throw up, but my stomach was just empty, so nothing came out. Overall, it was still pretty fun though. Now, you want to see some results? Because I have got results. My average bedtime in the month leading up to the experiment was 5:39 a.m. and in the week of the experiment, it was 12:56 a.m. This is a change of 5 hours in average bedtime without doing an all-nighter, without having a day where I feel terrible. Some days I feel a bit tired, but that's just crazy that I was able to do it, honestly. I'm still like surprised at how well this went. My average screen time between midnight and 6 a.m. went from 3 hours a day to like 10 minutes per day, and that was just to record this video. I weaned off melatonin, going from 2 tablets to 1 to half to not even taking it during the day, and all in all, I feel great when I wake up. I hope this video helped you. If you have any other lifestyle challenges like this you want me to try, let me know in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Or else.